is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Bronx, New York, making his FIP debut, he is the Adonis, Richard King. And his opponent.
Look at the hog that Flacco arrives in here at the OCC Roadhouse. Fitting in with all the bikers in attendance.
Yeah, I don't know what they'll think about the dirt bike though.
I think they're gonna love it. How can you not love Bobby Flacco? Hold on a second, Richard King.
Oh. Wasted no time.
Don't think he was appreciating the fun that Bobby was having. Must have been feeling a little disrespected, but Bobby's still with that motorcycle helmet. Okay, now it's off. Look at this, Richard King. You want to talk about just having all the ingredients. This is, when they came up with the term blue chipper, they had him in mind.
And we've watched Richard King before in tag team action here in the World Wrestling Network. You've seen him in American Combat Wrestling, a former ECW tag team champion, but now singles, and as you can already tell, a much different attitude here for Richard King. Since debuting on WWE Proving Ground as a singles, turning heads for WWE officials, and it was just a matter of time before Richard King, another chop to Bobby Flacco. Richard King found his way here into a WWN, or should I say Full Impact Pro ring. But man, Bobby Flacco ain't gonna make it an easy night for Richard King, and this could be a not victorious debut if it keeps going like this.
Well, you can see the attitude and the chip on the shoulder of Richard King. You know, he felt he belonged in Full Impact Pro a long time ago, and he felt he proved his worth and paid his dues. So he's here and he's got a point to prove. Look at Bobby Flacco, that could be it.
Beautiful there, the crossbody into the pin, and great to see official Kai Douglas back in the WWN ring.
Kai is an incredible athlete himself, just keeps himself in impeccable condition at all times. And team player in every sense of the word. Whatever it takes to put on a wrestling event, he's there. Boots on the ground, making sure it happens, and we're lucky to have him as part of the team.
Reversal by King, but Flacco, agility on display, and wait, into the pin. No, but lifting up instead, the power of Richard King and a buckle bomb. Rocking Bobby Flacco, and Got to give it to Richard King. You saw there, decided to hold down Flacco, felt the shoulders come up off the mat, and decided to take advantage of it. Turned it into a powerbomb, but that neck could have gotten damaged.
But how about that raw power, the upper body strength of Richard King, and he's not happy, not trying to establish himself as any form of fan favorite here in his debut, but I've been singing the praises of this young man since the first time I ever seen him. Was one half of a fantastic tag team and broken out on his own now.
You just saw Flacco give a thumbs up, saying he's still willing to go, but Richard King not even waiting.
Just that close. Kai almost had head taken off, 2 count. Richard King better be careful. You don't want to be losing by disqualification and upsetting the officials on your debut match. That's not the way to make an impression.
Challenge comes when you look like Richard King, you're in the shape of Richard King, young in your career, you keep getting better. People keep telling you that, and it goes to your head eventually, Ron.
It does, but it also adds to the frustration with somebody without the patience that you need to make it in professional wrestling. When everybody's telling you you're the greatest, but you feel that you're not getting the opportunities that you deserve, it creates some serious mental problems for a lot of young athletes.
As well as a bit of narcissism in calling himself the Adonis.
I mean, can you argue with the guy?
Looks like $1 million. And what we're seeing so far is Richard King's able to back it up now. The boot choking Flacco in the corner. And just when you think Bobby Flacco could be out, we've seen Bob come from behind so many times here in WWN. Still could be Bob's night, but right now not looking good, Rob.
No, this looks like, if I was putting some money on the line, it'd be on Richard King right now. And you know I'm a Bobby Flacco guy, but not looking good for our buddy right now. Right as I open my big mouth, Bobby firing back. Was he playing a little bit of possum there? Is he capable of playing possum, Trevin? Look at this.
Shinbreaker rolls through. Could it be? No.
This match has been thrown into another gear. Should be about 6th at this point. But neither of these men know the word quit, and it's just go, go, go.
Forearm rocking Bobby Flacco, to your point. Your body at some point gives out. We already saw what happened to the neck earlier. Is this going to be enough? No. How did Flacco kick out?
Guts, heart, intestinal fortitude. And you know, Bobby Flacco comes from one, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best wrestling schools in the world. With his coach, A.R. Fox, every one of those guys come out here with such great appreciation and respect for wrestling, but you find yourself in there with the likes of the Adonis. All that respect isn't going to do anything for you. It is a fight.
Right now it's a fight for oxygen for Flacco, and now Flacco getting hit with those forearms. A very prone Bobby Flacco here. You see Kai Douglas.
Hey, he's got a 5 count, Trevin, and he used every bit of it. That's something that I really like to see. Bobby's a great guy, and Richard, I don't know if I want to say due to the time in the sport of professional wrestling between these two, it's only got to be about a year or 2 difference, but both so young in their career. Mistakes are easy to make.
Ooh, maybe this is one of those right now, the disrespect to Flacco, and you can see the face of Flacco coming back too.
I think he should just stick to the wrestling. Bobby Flacco, when it comes to fighting, he's as dirty as it gets and not afraid to take it to the streets. And you see how vicious and sharp those forearms were. Lighting up the Adonis, Richard King.
Of course, Bob has been favoring that neck since that powerbomb earlier on, and I think that was part of Bob's point is, you know, the lack of regard for the opponent. X Factor out of the corner. King's been rocked, and that disrespect may be about to come back to haunt Richard King. Pinfall. No.
Bobby just less than a second away from a victory there. I thought he had him. What's he setting him up for now?
A lot of stuff Bob can throw at you. But instead, King was able to at least momentarily escape. What's Bob thinking here? Coming off the top and able to just barely catch Richard King, but doesn't matter. Pinfall. No!
Came up a little short on that ace crusher, but was still able to get some of it. Referee signaling 2.
And you notice Richard King now having to head outside of the ring, take advantage of the 10 count. And that says something, given how the pace of this match has went, and really the momentum has been on the side of King so much, and finally in some trouble here and creating that separation.
I'm doing a bad job right now, so this is actually like a serious question. It was a 20 count in FIP back in the day on the outside, right?
Correct.
I thought so. I gotta go back. You guys making changes to the rules. I'm an abider of rules.
We evolved, no pun intended, but what is happening here?
What the hell's he doing with that dirt bike? Oh no. Trying to pick up a head of steam. Having a hard time getting around those steps.
I think I get the concept. I love the spectacle, but I don't think this is moving well. Oh, the boot though.
It's ridiculous.
It connected. I really thought
you were starting to question the payoff, Trevin. I know you were.
I honestly figured Richard might have been able to get out of the way, but incapacitated long enough to get hit by the boot.
Big boot it was, and Flacco now by Red District. Nobody home. Richard measures up. Pinpoint accuracy.
Beautiful knee catching the ace crusher, and this isn't the end yet. What do we have here? Valeria takes off the head of Bobby Flacco, and this might be the end. It is.
Here is your winner, Richard King.
Hell of a showing by both athletes. But the Adonis, Richard King, standing tall here in his FIP debut. Definitely one of those matchups you gotta ask yourself. Between the way the neck landed of Bobby Flacco earlier in the match, and perhaps some of the popping circumstance with the dirt bike and everything else. Did those openings give the opportunity to King, and the King capitalize? Can't wait to hear what young Richard King's gonna have to say when he gets done celebrating and realizes that Ron Nimi's waiting for him. Showing the effects of the matchup.
Richard King, congratulations on a fantastic win on your debut here at FIP. What can we expect from the Adonis?
As you can already see, when I walked out that curtain, I was drenched in gold. But I want FIP gold. I don't care what the championship is. If it's the FIP World Heavyweight Championship, wherever the hell it is right now, I, the Adonis, the perfect one, will be drenched in gold. You can count on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Adonis, Richard King.
King already looking at the top of the mountain. Got to build that momentum, and that is the way to build the momentum. Great debut for Richard King.